Tell me, do you ever look at your life, the job, the relationship, the way you fill your time, and feel like you're playing a part you never auditioned for? Like you're stuck living out someone else's script? Maybe you've got the steady job, the relationship, the apartment. On the surface, it looks solid. But somewhere deep down, something nags at you. Quiet moments whisper, is this actually what I want? Or is this just what was expected? Every morning, it's the same routine. Alarm blares. Throw on the uniform, literal or not. Face the grind, put on the mask. From the outside, you look like you've got it together. Inside, it's a different story. Doubt. Dull ache. That thought creeping in, how did I get here? This isn't about hating your life. It's the slow suffocation of feeling unchosen. Years of small compromises, of swallowing opinions, of telling yourself, next year, I'll go for what I want. Playing the good son, reliable partner, dependable employee. Always fine, never fulfilled. You try to shake it off. Everyone seems to be doing the same. But the cracks start showing. Maybe it's burnout. Maybe your relationship tanks or you lose your job. Or maybe nothing dramatic happens at all. The risk is actually numbness. You start to question, did I choose any of this? Or did I let life just happen to me? Then it hits. Sometimes like a sledgehammer, sometimes like a dull realization, while staring at your reflection at 2 a.m. You can't ignore it anymore. You've been living someone else's life. Parents' dreams, society's rules, friends' expectations, anyone but yours. The anger, the grief, the shame, for letting it go so long, washes over you. And you want to run from it. Say, it's fine, I'm fine. You bury yourself in busyness, in distractions. Because if you dig into the truth, it means facing everything you've avoided. That's terrifying. It triggers every defense. Real men, suck it up. Don't ask for help. Handle business like a man. But deep down, you know that script's not working. Then, out of nowhere, something cracks through. Maybe it's a mentor, a friend who finally gets real, or a book, or even a line from a podcast. Something that says, you're not crazy, you're just lost. And lost is not the same as broken. There's a way back. That's the moment the real journey starts. Not when you first notice the pain, but when you say, I can't do this anymore. You admit, to yourself or someone else, that you're stuck. Maybe you start therapy. Maybe you reach out to someone you trust. Maybe you write down, for the first time, what you actually want. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't get easier. In fact, it gets messier. The world keeps throwing should at you. Friends push for the old version of you. Family questions your choices. Old habits sneak back in. You're alone in a crowd sometimes, and you're forced to ask, who's with me just because I'm convenient? And who's here when I actually show up as myself? You wrestle with your own worst instincts. The need to please. The urge to numb out with TV, scrolling, or even self-sabotage. You stumble. You lose people. Patterns refuse to die easily. But each honest conversation, each small boundary, each moment you choose your authentic self is a tiny act of rebellion. It's hard-earned progress. Then comes the big one, the day you finally confront the root. Maybe it's the father wound you never admitted. Maybe it's the truth about your job, your relationship, your lack of purpose. You sit in the discomfort. You actually let yourself grieve the years you spent living for everyone except you. You feel everything, and it almost destroys you, but not quite. But when the dust settles, you realize you're still here. There's relief in the truth. You begin to see what's possible. A new vision flickers. It's faint, messy, but it's yours. You're no longer hiding behind borrowed dreams. There's power in that, confidence, even a little hope. Here's the truth most men never hear. It's not too late to choose your life. Yes, you'll disappoint people. Yes, there's risk. But living as a ghost in someone else's story is the greater loss. The cost of honesty? High. But the cost of self-betrayal is even higher. You start to rebuild. Brick by brick. You mess up. Old doubts hiss, who do you think you are? But each day you live a bit more on your terms, you get stronger. You realize you'll still face fear and loneliness. That's part of it. But at least you're finally facing the right direction. Then comes the test. A challenge that would have crushed the old you. A layoff, a breakup, another family guilt trip. But this time, you handle it differently. Set a boundary. Stand your ground. You feel the fear, but you don't fold. You're not the same man now. You're building your own life, not inheriting one. This new reality isn't perfect. It's not all dramatic breakthroughs or clean endings, but it's real. You have scars, sure, but also stories, hard-won wisdom, new connections, maybe even respect for the man staring back at you in the mirror. You're not done growing, but you're finally in control. If you've ever wondered, is this it? Is this all I get? Know this. You're not alone, and you're not trapped. Most men never talk about this gap between the life they're living and the life they want. But you can close it, one choice at a time. So here's your question. How much of your life, right now, is truly yours? Whose approval are you chasing? What mask are you still wearing? Take one honest step this week. Set one boundary. Say one truth. Explore one dream you've suppressed. Notice how it feels. That's how you slowly reclaim your own story. There will always be pressure to mold yourself into someone else's expectations. The courage is in resisting that pull, over and over, until the life you're living is one you actually recognize as your own. That's not weakness. That's real strength. You only get one shot at this life. Don't waste it following someone else's map. Start drawing your own, today, next time. We'll talk about the silent battles men fight alone, and why sharing your struggle might just be the strongest thing you ever do. Don't miss it.